Rock and roll, living a dream, super excited. Right now I'm in my garden. I believe in God's food, God's garden, God's body, God bless. There's a lot of stuff going on in this country. A lot of violence. I heard just murders in New York City have almost doubled. You know what? There's a lot of stuff going on. But the key is God's food, God's garden, God's body. Which means if you're eating love, you think love. Murder cannot happen. I repeat, murder cannot happen if you're eating God's food, God's garden, God's body. Impossible. If your body is filled with love, with mostly fruit, some veggies, almost impossible to commit a crime. Almost impossible for me to get sick. Almost impossible. And there was a thing about this famous organization said breast cancer affects a lot of women of color, and they had to stop it by raising money. That's the money. Fruit and veggies. Let's talk about breast cancer for a little bit. So I deal with people come to my store every single day. Keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, and this is what I tell them. Believe in God, God's food, God's garden. God bless. Breast cancer is an outcome of your body's intelligence. The 75 trillion cells, and each cell has 20,000 life units in it. And there are 380 trillion viruses in our system, in my system, in your system, of which corona is one of the 380 trillion viruses. 60 billion bacteria. When you put something in your body, especially meat, maybe heavy processed food, the body has to get rid of it. The body does not like poison inside. Technically, all food cooked above 115 degrees does not meet the requirement by the body's needs, which means no vitamins, no minerals, no protein, no water, no glucose, no fatty acids. It's dead food. Most people are not really talking about, most of the medical experts do not talk about that. I don't think any talk about that. There's no money in it. We had a report yesterday of a guy with colitis. He did my video with me, showed his body's ripped. He had colitis and serious liver disease. 2 months later, completely recovered. Completely recovered. We have another guy who's going to sunk it. I won't mention his name. Who had diabetes. Came to me. I said, give me 30 days. Guess what? We have a program called the 30-Day Vegan Challenge. You get a meal and green smoothie every day. Anybody off the street, and I think I'll have at least 5 people on it. Anybody off the street, I give them one meal, one green smoothie a day for 30 days. That's become vegan for the month. He promised me a film. My opinion, diabetes can go away in 30 days and affects 90 million people. Cancer affects 1 out of every 2 people, and no one mentions diet. Boggles in my mind. Now, as you notice here, I got about 1,200 plants. 1,200. And there's very little room, almost no room, except you tie all these poles together, which I'm going to do, and start raising food on the poles with no water. Torpedopot.com. Shout out to Daryl. Daryl, his system will change the world. Torpedopot.com. Write that down. Visit his website. His invention will change the world beyond. Of course, the 1,200 plants that I have with no room, I'm going to double and triple the size, maybe 4,000, 5,000 plants. Producing plants that produce vegetables and fruit. Which means my garden can compete against any farm out there. What the heck? Which means, take a look at these poles. There's nothing on it. Within a month, my goal is to have 1,500 plants in there. Peppers, strawberries, boom, boom, boom. Who knows it? Thing you see is my deck. Nothing on it. My goal is to have at least 1,600. I don't know what I'm going to do with the food, but I'll figure it out. Do you know what that means? God's food, God's garden, God's body. You pretty much will get rid of every disease out there. All diseases, in my opinion, are based on love. Every disease out there is based on love. You're giving your body love, the body will dramatically change the way. Oh, look at that, freaking unbelievable. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is beyond. Oh my gosh. I don't know what you can say. Damn. Damn. Hopefully I'm not food to them. Damn, these are my bush pickles. Unbelievable. I got a lot of bees in this area. I planted marigold, boom, boom, boom. For those who don't have bees, and bees are a big problem in this country, get flowers. So, you know, like every woman, bees like flowers too. Anyway, that's the secret, my friend. God's food, God's garden, God's body. Things will change. You gotta start having community gardens. There's no way around that. You gotta start. Torpedo.com is a way of the future. Keep in mind, you don't need any area. Right here, in this area right here, 25 by 10, my goal is to have 2,000 to 3,000 fruit-producing plants. That's the secret, my friend. Change the way you think. You cannot change the way you think until you change the way you eat. Violence. You cannot have violence. As long as you're having violence, you're not eating right. Impossible to commit a crime. You know what? Impossible. Impossible. Check out Food and Behavior by Barbara Stiles. She works with the Cleveland Penitentiary. Those people became vegan, did not go back to crime. Check out Antonia Damas. She worked with juvenile delinquents. You change the way you eat, you change the way you think. There's another big, by the way. That's my cucumbers. You change the way you eat, you change the way you think. I can't overemphasize that. A lot of stuff going on in this country and in the world around. Crime will be eliminated. Disease will be eliminated. No one's talking about it. There's no money in pushing fruit. Bye.